Is this it?
No, so it has it's like a leaf. It looks like a leaf. But if you scroll down like through the My Plan search, yeah. There's no E.
It's plain.
Yeah, so just search for that. Yeah. Oh, that's not it either.
I don't know what it is.
That's so weird.
I'll look for it when I get home.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so then this last section is called My Plan, and it's kind of giving people sort of, okay, I don't know why this is not working. What is going on right now? Are they changing the... Okay. Maybe they're changing the app or something? That's really weird. Okay.
They must be working on it.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Because there's something that's supposed to be here, but it's not, so... Okay, well, let me see if I can restart it, maybe, or something. Almost done anyways. Oh yeah, it looks like this, like a leaf too.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like. There's a lot of different things on, like, apps called My Plan, but this one's...
Okay.
That's
the green and black
one.
leaf.
Yeah, yeah.
Green leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Go on and watch me a good horror movie.
Oh, yeah?
Have you ever seen the one called Quiet Place? Quiet Place yet?
Oh, I've heard good things.
It's really good.
Yeah? Okay.
It'll have you
It sounded good.
It'll have you like, shh.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it really messes with your head.
It really does mess with your head.
Oh, wow.
It's a good one, though.
Okay, so you recommend?
Yeah, it's definitely a good one. Nice. Especially if you got that good cuddle partner. And y'all got to order the pizza, some food, and you got up and ate and cuddle.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Nice.
It's a good cuddle movie. You know, you get some good cuddle movies. That's a good cuddle horror movie. Mm-hmm. Like, I took my boyfriend took me to see The Skeleton Key when it first came out. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I like horror movies, but I watch them better when I'm home. Mm. So we go out the movie place, the movie theater, and we went to see The Skeleton Key. Now, mind you, who've ever seen The Skeleton Key knows it's not that scary. But the dramatics in it, girl, I had screamed so loud and was running up and down the steps because you know how the anticipation when it. And the man came and said, Miss, we're going to give you 2 tickets to go see, my boyfriend said, I can't take you nowhere. Oh, he said, you can't take you nowhere. We went to go see the movie The Island. He's like, I can't take you nowhere. We will never go watch another horror movie again.
Oh, goodness.
It was so funny. The man was so nice about it. But he looked like he was scared to say something to me. And he was like, is this movie a little too much for you? And I was like, yes, it is. He said, how would you like to see something else? I said, okay. So I went up to my boyfriend and said, Nico, can I just see another movie?
That's pretty awesome.
It was awesome. It was so nice. He was so nice about it.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, man. Okay, so this is finally working. So this is kind of like the last section of the app. So it's kind of has like these 4 sections. And people can start like these different strategies that they might find useful or want to like remember. And yeah, so there's an about violence part, health and well-being, sources of help, safety plan. So the about violence section is kind of talking about different kinds of violence that somebody might be experiencing. So, for example, controlling behaviors. We'll kind of talk a little bit more about that. Or like emotional abuse, kind of talk a little bit about that. Or something maybe like jealousy, that kind of thing. Okay.
They give you warnings of what people, what violence can be potentially be. Okay.
Right. Or what somebody might be experiencing and like what a little bit more about
That's
that.
a good one to have.
Yeah. So any feedback on any of these? Or
I know when I go home, I'm going to go through it very thoroughly.
There we go. So then there's health and well-being section. So for example, managing stress, depression, or anxiety. A little bit more of info about that. A few resources that somebody can check out. So like relaxation techniques, meditation. There's also the National Suicide Hotline. They have right there. Reproductive control and birth control. So I don't know if necessarily this would be relevant for trans women in the same way.
Not relevant.
Yeah. Do you think there's anything else that might be related, but that might be important to include? So, okay. All right. So there's like managing pain, experiencing that, getting good sleep could be a symptom of stress in the relationship. So then there's a section, sources of help, and this is kind of just helping people identify what different kinds of sources that they could turn to for help in a relationship. So maybe if they're religious, talking to church or faith community, talking to family or friends, talking to healthcare providers, talking with a counselor, talking with domestic violence advocates, and it has a hotline there, talking with other survivors, calling the police. Although it sounds like, from what we were talking about earlier, that maybe that may not always be helpful for some people.
No. Because the majority, in my case, like I said, when I did call the police, like, it was a joke to them. So, I mean, like, if you can't call the police, if I couldn't call the police to help me, what am I supposed to do? But they treat a lot of transgender women like that. They really do. They treat us really bad. Or if something goes off, we're always the ones who was at fault. You know what I mean? Like, you don't walk down the street and see too many transgender women out trying to fight nobody, trying to, you know, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, what would I look like trying to fight 5 guys together? You know, that just doesn't make sense. But you're going to lock me up? You know, this doesn't make sense.
Sure. So do you think maybe it'd be helpful to say something about that? How, like, calling the police may be helpful for some people, but maybe not everyone?
Not everyone.
Yeah.
Like, because that'll get somebody killed. Calling the police can get somebody killed.
Definitely.
You know, and especially the way that the police are now. You know, and I hate to feel that way, but and the transgender, for transgenders, like, we very rarely get the police involved in anything. Yeah. You know, because they see it as a joke. Dangerous. Yeah, they see it as a joke. Sure. They, like I said, they laughed at me and told my husband, "Oh, just go take a walk. Y'all boys will be fine later."
Wow.
So,
yeah,
well, what can you say?
Yeah, definitely.
I wish I had recorded it now that I think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I really wish I would have recorded it.
Definitely.
But, you know, when you're going through that, that's the last thing on your mind. And especially when you're calling for help, that the person that you're calling to help you is going to say, "Oh, deal with it." You know what I mean? Go on. But if I'd have killed him, it'd have been like, "Oh, why didn't you call the police?" Or, you know what I mean? It's almost like a double standard. You can't win for losing. Yeah. You know?
For sure. Okay. So maybe it'll be helpful to have like a...
Yeah, to have something in there in quotes and let them know that, you know... Yeah. And in your case, you know, you might not be able to call the police. Go to another resource, you know, and get someone else. I had to go get my next door neighbor one time, a real female, to call for me and vouch what was going on, because all other than that, they wouldn't have, you know. So when they call the police, it's always good to have somebody in your corner that's going to back you, because the majority of the time the police let the abuser go back to abusing you.
Yeah, you know? That seems really important to add to. Okay. Yeah, that's really helpful feedback. So there's a few other sources that somebody might be able to use, so like confidential safety resources, divorce and custody if that's an important thing, restraining orders, safe and affordable housing. And
they need to have more people trained that know how to deal with transgender women. You know what I mean? Like, that's my biggest issue. I would never send you to go train a dog knowing you can't train a dog. You know what I mean? I would never send you to go,